Let's go! Hello everyone, welcome on in and happy Thursday. I hope everyone has had a great day today. We are back with some more 8 coins for the Ferryman. Unfortunately, we are 1 paladin down. But it should be fine. No one is about to cause any shenanigans.
I don't know what you're inferring.
Right.
I would be disappointed if the champion of Fanax did not get up to shenanigans.
I don't know what you're inferring.
But before that, let's do the usual stuff. Music you're listening to right now is by Adrian von Ziegler. Music and sound effects during the game will be by Sirenscape. The overlay, starting soon screen, and the map are made by me in Incarnate. The chest whistle was created by Pointy Hat Studios that you can find over on YouTube. And if you want to see this campaign, or the Eberron campaign, or the Eberron shorts that were just updated today, you can head on over to our YouTube channel. Hey! You got there first, damn it. And we also have a Discord. Damn you, why are you better mod than I am? And
I'm aggressive today.
last but not least, if you want to see what you can do to help or hinder the party, you can do what Lillith just did and type in exclamation point perks in the chat, where you can redeem such wonderful things like a random wandering boss monster. Because what could possibly go wrong?
Don't do that.
Or do what one of the players did on Monday and redeem a secret menu item that was the crown born by a demon. Again, what could possibly go wrong there?
Wait, Canis got his own secret menu item?
He is holding it, but he doesn't say.
He might have the rest of the
God.
barbarian for it.
He hasn't claimed
Let me
it.
see how many points I've got. Let's get
Yeah.
a secret menu item for myself.
Well, no, normally I don't allow players to redeem for their own streams because that's a little bit
Wow.
overpowered.
But you know, Canis is special.
I don't like to favoritize, even though I'm married to him. Especially since I'm married to him, I don't like to favoritize. But it was too perfect, and the crown can be worn by anyone in the party. That's the beauty of it. It requires attunement, but it doesn't require attunement by a spellcaster or any martial class, and it has a lot of really nice quirks. You got a lot of good shit from beating Lunette. Just saying. Unfortunately, it wasn't on her home plane, so that's gonna come back to bite you.
It's fine. We'll be ready for her.
It's fine. I can bite her back.
Oh yes, because you really want to turn her into a werewolf.
Are they still a demon if they're a werewolf?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say turn her into a werewolf and then kill her, and then she's dead.
Oh, that could be fun. No, they just get the shape changer tag to it.
A demonic werewolf. That wouldn't even be a demonic. That'd be like a demonic werehellhound. A werehellhound. Oh my!
Yes.
That'd be amazing.
There are stat blocks for that. From the module called the Vecna, the Eve of Ruin.
Please tell me Lillith better before she went back down to hell.
Yes. Yes, you did. Lilith tried to tear Lunette's throat out with her teeth.
Consequences.
Yes, because, you know, that thing I've been warning you everyone about, that I believe strongly in when I run D&D.
Hellish Warehound. That's what I shall call it. Hellish Warehound.
Anywho, speaking of consequences for people's actions, anyone want to? Well, yeah. Sorry. Introductions first, then consequences for actions. Vit, who are you and who you playing?
Hello, I am Vitskugga, and I am playing as Artemis Braveheart, the human ranger Drake Warden with no Drake, but a lion instead.
I forgot to update.
And I have
your
no
picture.
consequences.
Tara sent me a beautiful token for Orion, and I forgot to update it.
Oh.
Lillith.
Mm.
Hi, I'm Lillith, or Lily. Whatever. And I'm playing Ciridelia Wordwind, tiefling demigod bard.
Yes, that. Jason.
Hello, I'm Nelites. No, I'm Jason. I'm playing Nelites, the resident pink-haired druid. Chaos incarnate. Might be the second most intelligent in the party. Actually, I think that is Artemis, but she wasn't showing it last week. Definitely not showing it last week. But yeah.
And
Ooh.
speaking of Chaos Gremlins, Psycole.
Hi, I'm Psycole. I am playing Yanis, the thick as shit rogue warlock. That is probably going to get the party killed today.
And hi, I'm Ardana or Joe or Oi, you there, since Lilith is here. I am the GM and channel runner around these parts, and I am very excited to see what happens next. I spent most of this week prepping a number of different alternatives for what happens next. So we shall see. On that note, anyone want to tell people what happened last time that led to this point we're at right now? Crickets.
I mean, the session started with Siri talking to Thraxus, as he had some things to tell her and a letter to give her that made her slightly, tadly, a little bit upset. She started shouting at him. She sent her chest whistle wee to distract Orion because he was trying to spy on her. She don't like spies. After yelling a little bit at Traxus, they heard this very, very slightly big boom. And Traxus realized he has left the cleaning party with one of his small little prototypes that has a little bit damaging.
Just a teensy bit.
But just a tiny one. He was like, I forgot about that one. Siri and Orion ended up going there after pushing Orion, or opening the door for Orion because Orion can't open doors. Orion being a little bit tiny mad, had a weasel in his mouth for a little bit. Siri found the boys and Artemis been slaying this big metal beast as I believe it was Psycole's character.
Yanis?
Yeah, and he's here.
What did I do?
Trying
What
to
happened?
sneak off to steal stuff.
Oh yeah.
As
And then
Artemis and
completely ruined it.
Jan is thinking it's better to have darkness as he trips over as Artemis takes away her shiny sword. Good old Neri is having a beaver party. Finding bracelets.
Not an
Stealing
innuendo.
stealing a prototype without under Traxxas's nose, having a big box of this thing, being like, yeah.
He said, "Oh,
Leo
that was
trying to bring the whole big mecha beast with him, trying to get Neri to be like, yeah, come here, it's all yours, we're not heavy at all. As Traxxas enters, Leo calls the creation garbage. Traxxas get mad. Siri gets mad. Everyone starts a little bit on the... As they get gifts, a little bit on the edgy side, like, oh, you can do better, right? As Traxxas is getting quietly annoyed by our presence. Even Siri getting annoyed by our presence. Good thing for we, I guess.
Yep. Yep, he was well fed.
He should be like really round and like fat at the moment.
Yeah. Like, Space
He
Goblin.
has had a buffet of frustration.
And he's so heavy on your shoulder that it frustrates you even more, and he's just like, ah.
And as Traxxas basically told us to fucking go, leave him alone, we ended up going outside. And as everyone saw Traxxas leaving his lair, someone gave the great idea to the rogue to, now is a good time to go back and steal stuff.
And that person's not even here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was the fucking paladin who gave him this idea. So I
Yeah.
can only assume Leo really wants the rogue. And that's why he mentioned it. So like, this bastard played with Mike.
So the rogue
Yeah.
put on his invisibility cloak and he
Disappeared.
gone. And that's where we ended the session.
Yep. You
We're
can
all
have
gonna die.
you can have a point of inspiration for that one. If you already have it, you can bounce it to someone else.
No, I need it. If Traxxas is coming down, I need it to be like, please don't kill me. You can kill everyone else. Except Neri, I kind of need him to hit my dad.
With my sandal.
With your sandal.
Yes. By the way, Thraxus is very interested in turning that sandal into a godly weapon, because that sounds like an excellent idea, apparently.
I mean, Victor has already promised to make
Yep.
a magical sandal.
Imbue it
Victor.
with magic, yeah.
Yeah.
So, if we are all as comfortable as we are going to get, let's get this show on the road.
If you're not comfortable, then
Well, shit.
Yes. What's that quote from the Footlocker? There's enough explosive in that trunk to send us all to Jesus. So, the last rays of the afternoon turning to evening bathes the side of Mount Velus as you are standing on the hillside, having just seen one of your companions vanish from sight. Hood flipped up and visage gone. There is a strong scent of smoke wafting down the mountainside from where Thraxis just turned a small forest into cinders. You can see the large red form of the ancient dragon disappearing over the mountain edge to the north. And you feel the mingling of a cool breeze from the west mixing with the hot winds coming off the volcano. The air seems tense, but also filled with something akin to anticipation of expectation. Yanis, standing there with the hood up, realizing that no one can see you right now. You see the mountainside in front of you. You know where to find the entrance to the lair. You were just there only a few minutes ago. What would you like to do?
Well, first of all, what he would like to do, and this is annoying because I know that Ash isn't here, but he would want to sneak up behind Leo and kind of like blow in his ear and then immediately run off.
All right, give me a stealth check. Who do we
With
want?
advantage.
Yes, with advantage.
It would be an advantage, yes.
Because I mean, a 28 is gonna beat his passive perception. So yes, you can absolutely do that. Now,
It actually beats mine as well. Just.
yep.
Oh God, what was that?
Oh yeah, I forgot the left digits with Leo's. I never took it off.
Yes, and then he will start making his way back towards Thraxis' lair.
All right. The rest of you, all of you, could you please give me a perception check?
No, not gonna be able to find him. Even with a freaking nat
29, bitches!
Yeah, no. Got the all perceptive, haven't we?
Wow.
Doing well today. Yeah, even Neri's not rolling too bad. But it takes a few moments. Neri, you realize almost immediately that, well, all of you can see that Yanis vanishes. Just flips the hood up, vanishes. You hear very soft shuffling of gravel as Yanis moves up to, as you turn after annoying Leo. And Neri, you can, like, you hear the reaction, so you know something is there. And you hear the shuffling, but you lose track of the sound of moving gravel rather quickly. Siri, it takes you a little longer to lose track, but you hear it moving back the way you came. Artemis, you managed to... At first you lose track a little bit, because it's hard to pinpoint someone when all you have to rely on is footsteps on volcanic gravel. Especially someone who's really good at being quiet. But then you pick it up again. The breaking of some small shrubland twig or something, the shuffling of a rock that pings off and falls down the cliff or the hillside. And
Do I see any like weird like distortion of the light or anything like that? Since when you're invisible, you're technically not entirely visible. You're just...
I'd say that after having like pinpointed where the sound is coming from, turning that way, you do manage after a while. You see that the there's heat coming off the mountainside because volcano, and then you see the slight dust clouds shift a little bit with movement, and they seem to like create a small corridor in the dust that's kicked up from the volcano.
Is he just leaving because he just left last time? Can we just leave him now? Can we go? He's not part of the group right now. We're done, right?
Okay. She's gonna she's gonna look at the others just for a quick second and just say, would you mind if I hit Janice to stop him from robbing a dragon?
Yanis!
I would not.
Yeah, I was screaming,
Cool.
Yanis! If you try and steal from that dragon, you're never setting foot on Lizzie again! You are banned! That's what I say.
Artemis is just grabbing her bow, aiming, and then she's gonna cast Ensnaring Strike. She's gonna try and hit him.
All right. Psycole, are you okay with PvP in this at this moment?
Sure, why not?
So
You have to actually hit with an arrow.
yep,
You'll probably be at this
and it's disadvantage.
Yep.
But she's gonna aim as close as she can, and she's gonna try to not hit any vital points.
All right.
He's that tall, right?
I mean, you're running. I think the gods
That's a
want you to
25
hit.
a specific god indeed.
Yeah.
Just being like,
Even with aimed shot
escaped
at this moment, you do manage to... you do need a strength save at this point, Janis.
Sure.
yeah, the gods are not impressed.
I'm using my inspiration. Just sod it. I'm doing it. Oh, fuck off.
The gods are not impressed.
The gods are like, you know what? No.
So, considering that you're aiming a longbow up a slope at an invisible target, I'm gonna say you hit the foot.
yeah, that's
because-
what I was
Oh,
aiming
not
for.
the butt cheek?
No, because...
Or the knee. You can hit my knee.
Are you getting
Take an
married,
arrow.
Yanis?
What?
I used to be an
Am I getting
adventurer
an arrow
like
in the
you,
knee?
and then I took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah.
Well, I thought they literally took an arrow to the knee.
No, they got
Express on
married.
marriage.
Right. See, I always
Yeah.
interpret it as they took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah.
Oh no!
It's a
sorry.
saying. It's a saying.
Yeah, it's a saying. It's basically like
I was an
shotgun
adventurer
wedding.
like you. Then I took an arrow to the knee, and that's basically I got hitched. I got married. I wasn't allowed to go anywhere.
I didn't know that.
Nope.
It's
And I think
amazing. I was laughing so hard every time I was like in Skyrim. Like after I got married, like I'm the dragonborn. I'm allowed to do what the shit I want. My husband is at home, or my wife.
Well, I guess I have to get
I-
married then. Okay, aim for the knee.
I'm not going to claim that this is correct for everybody, but I think it's really telling that all of the guys thought he literally took an arrow to his knee and was injured, and the two women on the stream both knew that he got married.
I mean, it could also be that I watch way too many lore videos about Skyrim. But no, it literally it's basically that old ball and chain.
Right.
Well, that ruins.
But it could also mean shotgun wedding, except with a bow and arrow. But yeah. Sure, why not? It's gonna ruin Yanis for the rest of the adventure, but No.
I'm going to ask a really odd question. You
Yes.
haven't attuned to this weapon yet, and therefore it's not. Have you attuned to this weapon yet, and therefore all of this damage is definitely not all coming his way? Or am I
She's
getting all
attuned
of
to
it?
it. She's attuned to it.
Oh, she's attuned to it already.
This is her bow. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I thought this was the new one you got.
No,
That's the one
the
I got
new
when
the new
she
one
got
is
it.
a sword.
Okay, cool. Fine. I got my hit points done.
And you get Artemis, you see the arrow hit something, and then the vines just up around Yanis.
And I immediately start cursing. It's like, for fuck's sake, I can't do anything. I'm like, shit. And then as soon as 6 seconds pass, does he get another saving throw?
Yes,
Hang on.
Yes.
you can use an
Perfect.
action to try to break
But-
free, but you also do take damage at the start of each turn.
That's fine. I've
If he tries
got
to break
health
free- oh, yeah.
to spare.
There you go. Well, first of all, you take 1d6 piercing at the start of your turn, and then you break free.
Okay.
Manage to break
carries
out of
on.
the vines, but in so doing, you do tear a bit of your leg.
Yes, so there's a small trail of blood that's now going up the hillside, but he's persisting.
Yeah,
Is he still invisible?
yeah. I think I'll. Let me double check. If I remember right, it's different from the spell.
I think it's just, it works until I turn it off, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's why it makes it in a legendary item. It's basically greater invisibility. Well, invisible anything. Yeah, it's not the spell. You just become invisible for 2 hours if you want. So it's greater invisibility minus concentration.
Yes. So he's still sneaking his way up the hill.
Yanis, stop!
Give me another stealth check, Yanis.
Sit. You're banned from Lizzie. May you never touch her planks again.
I mean, my passive is higher than that.
You just barely manage to keep track of the bloodstains on the ground. You can't really see him or the air anymore, but there is drops happening along the ground for a while.
That's it. That's it. Siri, cast message to the dragon.
He's out of range. Unless
But
you
I
use
can cast
send.
sending.
I mean, sending. Yeah, cast sending to the dragon. That's what Larry
I mean,
says. She's already
yes.
casted.
Are we really sending a dragon at him? Are we not just gonna try and stop him?
I won't get burnt to death. And it was more of an empty threat, so he comes back. Does he have-
Yanis, stop or I'll shoot again.
And serial message. Send a message to the dragon.
Alright, I'll try again.
I
he
can't
loads
cast
her bow.
any spells because I have to see the target.
Yes!
Sending, you don't need to see the target.
No, but casting
No,
spells
but
on
everything else I have.
on Yanis.
Deafen,
Oh, yeah,
blind,
Well-
Gias.
I guess ensnaring strike again. At
Alright.
second level.
Alright.
Uh,
Well,
attack with disadvantage.
yes.
17.
It hits.
Need
I
that
see it's only
strength.
16. Strength saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Siri
Fuck's
will start
sake.
Siri will start walking up to where she sees the arrow at this point.
Yeah, you see like vines and everything.
as well.
Yeah. You can see the stains of blood. It's not as much as you would expect, but you also see that it's like the slight heat of the ground you're walking on is starting to evaporate whatever is there. You only see the
Wait,
tiny
did
little...
he not need to attune to his cloak?
He did. You were more
Well,
in...
none of this would have been working then.
Just so it should be working.
Well, you spent more than an hour in there. Didn't you talk about you...
No,
You're doing
we
that.
basically got our gifts. Everyone got our gifts.
Oh,
and they
I'm
pissed
dumb,
on
yeah.
the Traxxas. So we were like, peace out. I don't want to die.
I mean,
How we said
unless we've walked an hour away and it's been a relatively slow pace, and therefore I could have attuned for it in that time period just to have all of the shenanigans going on.
I mean, it's up to you guys if you want to rule it that way to not have to retcon it as Jan is just being really fucking sneaky. Which is also possible.
I don't mind.
But that also means that all of you have attuned to your items as well in this time.
Oh, what can I do?
I gave you a wave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. But it does a lot. It does a lot of stuff.
It does,
Well-
yes.
It's fine.
I mean,
I'm
you can see
probably-
thorny vines around this invisible.
Yeah.
Janice.
Okay, fine, I get it. You don't want me to go and sneak up to the lair. I'll stop.
Take off the hood.
Promise?
And I will reach up and take off the hood. So I pop into existence there.
And if you try anything again, this trident will go where the sun doesn't shine.
Okay.
And that is a threat,
In a cave?
not a hit on.
Under the sea?
Up your ass.
Oh. Right. Probably got my ass.
It's a threat.
Is it though you do it with your boyfriend?
No, I don't! Oh, just like Rez is just trying to get ready to hit me.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, Artemis is gonna drop the ensnaring vines as they are getting closer. So, and as it says, he's not gonna move. And she's gonna walk up with stern steps. And
What did you do?
I'm really tempted.
she's gonna walk up to him at least. And she's gonna grab where her arrow is stuck.
I don't...
Pull the arrow out.
Ow.
And then she's gonna cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Has anyone told
Can
you
you
you're a
do
really
that
good
yet?
shot?
She looks at him and says, "No, but thank you."
Bits, can you cast 3rd level spell shit? We had a long rest.
Well, let's remove
The 10.
the 6 then.
Is it the 6? The 6.
They remove 6 from that, so it's still 17. Because I would cast it on second level then.
At least close the wounds, yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Yanis, let's not burn or bite the hand that just gave us gifts, shall we?
But there was more gifts to be given. Or stolen.
No.
Yes, there was. You should have
No,
seen
there
this weird device thing that he had in one of the rooms. He let me play with it for a little while.
Is it the
Good
crab?
for you. But, again, did you see all the skeletons lying around? The burnt ones?
I mean, yeah, but then burnt bodies is just one of the things you see around here, right?
You did know they all
Most
had...
of them was from your god.
Yeah. They were like, all of them had sigils of your god.
So let's not add you to that pile, shall we? Since
I
you're
mean,
on the good side.
I mean, they were considering sending the dragon on you. Just saying. I just saved your life, probably.
Fine. If you
And I
insist.
mean-
Dragons can see invisible people. You know that, right?
Oh, they can?
Well, I do now.
Yeah,
So basically you could have walked out thinking you're invisible, and you would have been flame-barded like the rest of your god's followers that tried stealing from Traxxas.
a demigod.
What happens if I wasn't going to steal anything and I wanted to sneak something back that I'd already stolen?
Then I would recommend not going back there ever again.
I
Yeah,
recommend
good idea.
we
Shall we,
putting our leg
depart?
behind us and start walking the other direction.
And then it just clutches the box closer to him.
All right.
And for the next time, if you ever visit someone that praises Perforos, don't insult their work. And she starts stomping down the hill.
Yanis looks confused. I didn't insult their work, did I?
No, he was
No,
the
that
only
was
one.
Leo.
Yeah, it was Leo and Neri a little bit. Not too much, but Neri was helping a little bit. Because he was like, I'm gonna sell my thing! Is it worth much?
I only wanted to know its price because I'm going to use it to cast a spell.
Yes, you can absolutely, definitely, 100% use that as a spellcasting focus for any spell you want. That doesn't
Thank you.
consume the focus.
It doesn't
That's
consume
the
it now.
thing.
I only need
Doesn't
it for. It doesn't consume the focus. No, it just it uses it as it.
Yes.
So it's like the crystal ball.
Yeah.
No, not crystal ball. That does consume it. But no, it's one of the ones where it needs it, but it doesn't consume it.
Okay, like Chromatic Ore needs the diamond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that.
Yeah, no, then yes, you can absolutely use Wave for that. So, for context, legendary items are like 100,000 plus gold pieces in worth.
Okay, and he considers it artwork because he's a blacksmith. So
Yes. So yes, you can absolutely use it for that spell.
But not insult people by asking, how much is the thing you're making worth?
that wasn't an insult. That was just a genuine question.
You just asked a red ancient dragon.
Yeah.
If your trident was worth
Yeah.
more than 500 gold.
Yeah.
And she will basically walk up to him and do this on his hand.
What do you do?
Of course it's worth more than 500 gold.
Dragon hearts normally have like lots of little gold coins, and they're not worth more than 500 gold. Just because it's shiny doesn't mean it's. Dragons like shiny things.
Made it with his own hands.
Oh, my friend made me this with his own hands, and I should have touched tuning fork. I should have showed Fraxis this. He would have been so missed. Oh, could have showed him my friends. Yeah.
Some things are priceless, and she looks at everyone. So
Like this?
please, let's not put value on everything in
is
this
definitely
world.
priceless. He he puts the tuning fork behind his ear, and he's like, "That's definitely priceless."
See, because it's from your boyfriend, very, very important.
And
Yeah, but it's important to you, right?
yes,
Yes, that's why it's priceless to you. To me, that doesn't have a sentimental value to it. I would say, oh, that could be worth 10 gold, maybe?
that's why I wanted to know how much this was.
But yeah, you can't just set value to things. Would you be happy with if I say, I would give you 10 gold for that tuning fork?
Yeah, the tuning fork turns into a Biden. What Biden is worth 10 gold?
Yeah, but I wouldn't know that, would I? Did you even know what that trident does? That you have?
What is trident? I was just telling it in my hand. It's worth more than 500 gold, and it's pointy and big.
Yes, because you haven't checked it yet, have you?
It's gold. It's magical, and it feels kind of weird, like it's trying to talk into my brain. He just kind of goes across slightly. He's just looking at it, he's like, what is he giving me? Hold it away from him.
And Siri will turn to Artemis and be like, why?
Because he was going back. Shouldn't I have shot him?
No, not you at least were thankful for the gift.
Of course. I never got any gift before.
Oh, she definitely insulted him multiple times.
What do you mean? I never insulted him.
You did. He looked like he wanted to murder you at some point.
Well, she did only ask him if he was her dad. And to be honest, with the red hair, I kind of get it.
She did more than that, though, didn't she? She said something like, "Oh, you're not that impressive," or like, "Kill a dragon," or something like that. She said
The
something.
only thing-
I remember she actually said something insulting to him out of character. She definitely
No,
did.
all Artemis asked, I think, was like, why are you giving us stuff to kill you? Basically, like a question.
No,
And he
that's it. She wasn't like intentionally doing it, but she kept asking questions that made me facepalm.
Yes.
And made
Oh, yes.
Fraxis being like, "I'm going to fucking murder you if you keep talking to me."
Yeah, but,
Yes,
like,
basically.
That's just her being innocent and not knowing, because even though she's very intelligent, she hasn't studied.
Humans.
And I mean, wouldn't you kind of be suspicious too? Like, here, have this sword that can kill a dragon.
Uh-huh. I mean,
Yeah.
And you'd be
Wave.
like, are you gonna try to kill us or something? Is that the issue here?
I feel like it was more of a fuck around and find out. Here, here's a sword. Fuck around and try it. Fucking try it. He saw it immediately. I was like, yes, this will do. I'll give her this. Then I will have a reason to murder them. That's the whole reason.
what? Red dragons generally having a bit of a cunning and hot temperament? Who would have guessed? I mean, what? All right, so you're making your way down the hillside once again. Yanis, you are still hurting a little bit, even though you got healed. You still took at least 2 puncture wounds if not more. It's hurting a bit.
I
But
did heal him.
yes, but healing magic stitches up the wound. It doesn't remove the memory of being hurt.
Oh no.
And you now know that the invisibility works really well. Unless you have someone who's a very good shot in your proximity.
It's fine. About halfway down, he pulls out his tankard of plenty and he starts drinking ale as he goes down because he's contemplating trying to work out how to blind Artemis.
And Artemis is like, by the way, I'm sorry I shot you. I don't mind you stealing things. I mean,
Noted.
I had to steal to survive. So it's totally fine if you steal. Just in this case, I felt like if you stole from him, not only would you be dead, but it's highly likely that he would kill us all because he seemed very angry.
Stealing things is fun, regardless of the danger. And the more danger, the more fun.
I wouldn't say it's fun. Because, I mean, someone made it, they put time into it.
Exactly.
Imagine if you...
They value
I
it,
mean,
and therefore you steal it from them.
but if
And
you made
therefore they
something...
will give you money to get stuff back.
Yeah, but if you made something, wouldn't you be sad if someone took it from you?
Not particularly. There's only one thing in my life that I've ever loved, and it is currently at the bottom of the ocean.
What's that?
My old ship. Much as I would love to sit there and say that I love Lizzie, I think Lizzie doesn't return the favour.
And your
She seems
old
kinda
ship?
nice.
Did?
Yes, my old ship did. She sailed me through many a challenge and many a adventure, and unfortunately, and he starts weeping. Unfortunately, our times passed, and we went through one adventure that was just too much for her, and it's just. And he puts the cloak over his head and turns invisible again.
Artemis is gonna hug him, even though he's invisible. She's gonna just wrap her arms around him. It's okay.
Can I insight check that?
I mean,
Yeah, it certainly can, if you wish.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not really lying, but he is kind of putting it on a bit.
I mean, you can roll persuasion or deception. That's your choice. Or performance. That works
It's
too.
It's so sad my passive insight is 20.
But yeah, I'd say that you can see that he's putting it on a little bit, but it's not a lie. Per se.
There, Yanis. I would believe that Lizzie has some feelings for you. I mean, she seemed to like you.
She's totally into you.
Somehow I can't believe you're Artemis. But
Well, I don't know mating
Interesting.
rituals for ships, but
He's not allowed to touch our ship in that way.
I don't ship that.
Yes, exactly.
Get out!
Okay.
yeah, will you take out the shipping fee for that?
I'm reminded of two songs right now, and both of them are playing in my head at the same time. One is in Swedish, And the other one is in
Oh.
English.
Listen, once all this is over, I'm just hoping that I can borrow Lizzie for a little while and we can sail off together and leave you idiots to deal with whatever's left.
I'm not an idiot.
You're calling us idiots?
I thought it was a term of endearment. My old ship captain used to call me an idiot all the time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you idiot! And I just punch him on the shoulder.
All right, you make your way back down to the pilgrim's path. It takes a few hours, and by the time you hit the road, once again, the sun has fully set. Do you wish to continue a little bit further, or do you want to make camp roughly where you were staying the day before?
Can I ask?
Mhm.
Did we actually have anything to do with the flame speakers, or was it we didn't have anything? No missions with them, right?
It was to meet a
We just
person.
heard about them.
You were going there to meet someone who had. What did I write?
It was something to do with barley, wasn't it? First?
No, it was Victor who
Or
had.
also Victor. Yeah, Victor.
There was someone
Victor
who
knew someone there, or someone knew Victor there.
there is a flame speaker there, who looks like Victor, except human. And also the son of the brother of the Revenant is a flame speaker here at the monastery.
Yeah, she wanted us to inform him, right?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Artemis know nothing of that, so
Yeah. So
Uh,
you're carrying a message to the brother of the Revenant, and there was a man, a human at this monastery who had the same kind of eyes as Victor does. But he is human, so bit weird.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he doesn't really care for that. He doesn't
no
care
one cares about
money.
Victor.
No, because Victor
Hey.
isn't here.
But he also doesn't care about talking to the flame monastery person. That's gone straight out of his head. He's focused on getting his mum back. He wants to get down the hill as soon as possible, and get Lizzie so he can slide over there and attack full speed ahead.
From Artemis' experience, does it seem safer to make camp here or further on?
From what you know what's on the road to this point. You don't know what's further ahead. And it's night, and most of you can't see in the dark.
You see, I would suggest we make camp somewhere around here if we can find a place. She's gonna look for any potential caves or anything that might give some cover for the weather and potential
I mean,
looks.
That was his point for us. That was our last camping spot. A little
Yeah,
cave.
the last
So-
like the cave you were camping in are a few hours back down to I saw it wrong on my map. But yeah, you traveled for a few hours and then you found this crossroads leading up into the mountain. But you traveled for like 2 hours and then it was a couple of hours up the mountain. Then you spent a couple of hours in the lair. And then you came back down again. So you can either like go back down the path for about hour and a half, 2 hours to get to the campsite you were at by the stairs, or stay here or continue on trying to find another campsite.
I would go down the other fork because you said it was a fork.
So it's
road,
basically a
so
T-junction. So Pilgrim's Path up to the mountainside and then a cliffside.
Is that where the flame speakers are?
No, the flame speakers are about a day further on.
Okay. Then yeah, no, he's just gonna carry on down to that cave.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
is strolling downhill quite fast.
Yeah, in that case, she would agree with that as well.
All right. So you are heading back down the mountainside back towards the place where you made camp last. It is a bit hard going, and I'm guessing you light torches or something to help you see in the dark, because Artemis, Yanis, and Leo are all blind as, blind
Fuck.
can get. In
Dark.
Yes, in the dark. Even though it's a clear night, all you can see are really just contours of the landscape, unless you get really up close. Because, contrary to popular belief, you can actually see at night if it's a clear night. You just can see well at night, unless it's a full moon.
Silly.
Hmm.
How many spell slots do you have? How many times can you cast that sending spell? How much energy do you have?
How do I say this nicely? I don't need to use spells on a dragon.
You don't need to use spells on a dragon.
And I only have used one spell today.
Oh, okay. So could you ask Lizzie to come pick us up here in the morning? And then tell Fraxis that a flying ship's going to be here in the morning. And that is a marvelous invention, and to please not burn it out of the sky. And then we can go straight to the Minotaur camp. Tomorrow, after a long rest, yes.
Do you really think murder is the solution here?
Yes.
Let's have a vote on it after we set up camp, shall we? At least let everyone know what you're up to before I send sendings all over.
Okay.
And she will, as Neri trots, Siri will back. I would believe they walk a little bit faster because they can see.
Yeah.
So Siri will backtrack a little bit, slowly walk and be a little bit blinded by the light as she enters where the torches are, and she's like, hi. We're gonna have a small meeting afterwards. Just so you're all aware.
Okay.
We might go murder spreeing.
Is this about the Minotaurs?
Yes. Neri seems very motivated. And I understand he wants his mother.
Yeah.
But... And she looks at Yanis. What I believe we can try to do first is send our very amazing, invisible Yanis in first to find Set Mom.
Dennis kind of looks down to himself, realizes he's not currently invisible, and then turns around and goes, "We got another Yanis?"
And she will basically like clap Yanis' cheeks like, "You're amazing, Yanis. You can turn invisible. You're very sneaky."
Oh, you mean me? Right. Okay.
Yes.
You want me to sneak into a camp of minotaurs and try to find some woman that I've never met before?
I would believe if Neri can describe her well enough to me that I can draw a picture that I can give to you so you can look for her before we hopefully don't need to go on a murder spree.
Okay.
Good plan. And she will go out of like the the very blinding lights for her since she's been walking in the dark like
Speaking of mothers, see, what do you know, Nylia? You seem very well studied in history and stories. I know nothing, except the
What?
few words Ryan has told me.
Let's see, Drosen managed to tell her quite a lot about Nylea, but what does she like know now?
Well, everyone who lives and has grown up in Theros knows that Nylea is the protector of nature. She's staunchly against what Karametra does, as in trying to tame nature. But she will team up from time to time with Karametra if it means going against the war gods, Mogis, Heliod, because war is just pure destruction.
Or bad.
She's also like she is the protector of hunters and wildlife and things that live and grow in the wilds. She's against civilization, she's against warfare, and she's also somewhat protector of satyrs, but not really. They kind of belong more to Phanax than Nylea, kind of a little bit in between, but the Nessian Woods is her place, with the capital of Setessa. And you don't enter the Nessian Woods without an invitation. People tend to get lost in there and not come back.
Yeah, so Siri will like still walk like a little bit ahead, but like tell everything she knows, every story she heard, every myth.
Yeah.
Like everything she knows so far about Nylea.
Actually, give me a history or religion check, because there are some really cool stories.
History or religion. And there's stuff. That's a 16.
Hello?
Hello.
The Beyond? Work with me.
Oh.
Come on. It's being a little bit dumb. Would you please look? Thank you. Alright. With a 16, there are some myths that pretty much everyone knows about all the gods. With a 16, you are reminded of two stories. The first one is the tragedy of Arasta, Arasta was Nylea's lover, The two of them were inseparable, and well, no, wait, no,
I don't
not
think she
lover,
was her
sister,
lover,
no,
but sister.
sister. Nylea saw Arasta as her sister. Fanax got a little bit jealous and decided to mess with them, turning Arasta into a giant fuck of spider. Nylea got pissed. Well, first Nylea got a little bit like, what the fuck are you? And get away from me. And Arasta got heartbroken and decided that I'm gonna go and harass Fanax's followers because he did this to me. And Nylea went, oh, wait, that was my friend. Fuck. And now she's harassing Fanax's followers, so he's not gonna lift that curse. Because gods be like that. So
Playing the
Nylea...
violin as she tells the story.
Yeah. So Nylea is now pissed at Fanax for messing with Arasta. Arasta is now out there killing Fanax followers by the droves. Because...
Wait, it was Fanax and not the disease god?
No, Fenax is the
Trickery god.
sneaky god.
Yeah.
Trickery god, yeah. Oh, was it immune tender into a spider? I thought it was
Yes.
the disease god.
No. And the second story that you are reminded of is the origins of a horrible creature called the Catoblepas. Catoblepas. My bad. I can never pronounce that. Which is basically a herder said, hi, my herd is better than Nylea's. And Nylea said, fuck you and your cows. And turned them all into monstrosities that spread disease. Because you shouldn't be bragging that your stuff is better than the gods.
Shame on you, shame on your cow, shame on your...
Yes, basically. Heliod had hoped to... wait, it wasn't Nylea that cursed them, but Nylea was like, I'm so mad at this guy. Heliod went, I want to be friends with Nylea. I'm gonna have Mogis curse the cattle. And Nylea said, what? Still fuck you and your cows. But specifically what?
Why are we being emojis into this?
Yes! Like, why are we bringing the god of slaughter into a situation I could have handled myself? So, because of this, and because of this whole situation, if you kill a Catoblepas and bring its head to a grove, you get a boon. But also, kind of has to be sanctioned a little bit. And don't brag that your cattle is better than Nylea's.
Don't brag that anything is better than the gods.
No. So, me messing up stories that I read off the bat, yes. But yeah, those are the two ones that you recall.
I hope that helped a little bit.
It helped a lot. Thank you. Do you know
Oh.
where to find a Catoblepas?
No. I have not seen one. I mean, I've seen drawings, kind of, but like they're all different, so I really don't know how it looks. I guess we will know when we see one.
Sounds good. I need to find one.
If I see one, I will tell you first.
Nice. She's gonna then sneak over to Janice. And she's gonna be like, so... Fenax is your god, right?
Oh, I wouldn't really call him my god. He's more like someone that I admire and follow. Like, he's the god of many peoples. Many people follow Phalanx.
Do you know how to restore the curse on Arasta? Admirer of
Why?
Phoenix?
Why would I know that?
Because you follow Phoenix?
Yes, but I'm sure he tells all of his followers everything that he's ever done and how to undo every single curse. Why on earth would he do that?
No, but you're an idiot, and people usually tell secrets to idiots because they won't tell them to others.
True. But as far as I am aware, he hasn't told me.
Well. Do you know how to summon Phoenix?
I mean, I could start doing what Victor did all the time when I was last round these lot, which is basically ask what's his face, the boat dude, can't remember, for help every 5 minutes, and like just like eventually got an answer to tell him to fuck off and shut up.
Wait, you can do that?
I have no idea. It seemed to work for Victor. But I don't really think he had a god, and then kind of the Ferryman kind of adopted him, and so kind of he I don't know, like last time I was here with this lot, Victor was here. Now you're here. It's very weird. But like Victor's gone off to do something, and Victor used to kind of pray for help all of the time, which considering he didn't really have a god beforehand, or at least he was telling me he didn't really follow any of the gods, and in fact he probably spent a lot of time insulting a lot of gods. He suddenly got very chummy with somebody.
Well, if you find a way to contact Phoenix, let me know. I have unfinished business.
Sure.
Thank you. And she kind of pats him on the head.
Yanis, could you please roll me a D100?
Yeah.
As Artemis walks away from you, you hear, not too far off, heavy wing beats as it turns away. Not close enough for any form of fear aura to kick in, but it's like, that's still a thing, yes. As big, heavy wings just swoop around and turn back towards the volcano.
Well, that's some unsubtle foreboding about not sneaking back up to the castle, but up to the volcano again tonight.
See?
No, I don't. It's pitch black. What am I seeing?
I mean, I kept you alive.
I mean, did you though? Like, you put 2 holes in me. Like, I wouldn't necessarily call that keeping me alive.
Oh, it definitely was, because 2 holes is better than being burnt to a crisp and becoming a skeleton. Or
I would argue that being burnt to a crisp by an ancient demigod is less painful than being pierced by 2 arrows. Because by the time I realized I'm burning, I will be dead. In the meantime, I have had to walk around with these 2 fucking holes in my leg for the last several hours.
You're looking over the pain, but I never said it wasn't painless. I said it's keeping you alive. 2 different things.
kind of right, and I
I'm
hate
very
you for
right.
it.
Well, I'm sorry that you hate me.
No
But I
one's
appreciate
fun. No one's fun here.
Well, like I said, I don't mind you stealing. I don't really care about that. Just don't cause trouble for the rest. And don't get yourself killed.
I can't promise anything.
Well, at least you tried.
I can't do that either.
Oh, well. She walks away.
Back on this blasted cave now.
Yes, you have found the cave, and it's basically as you left it. It looks like someone else has been there during the day, but they're not there anymore. Seemingly have gone further up the mountain as you were busy in the in Thraxis's lair, hoard room, workshop. That's the word I was looking for. You set up, and who will be keeping watch? Will you be keeping watch?
We have to have
Are we
the-
not having
the-
the meeting of not murderizing
Oh yeah,
first?
that's true. You were doing that, yes.
I'd like put up a little fire for everybody else because people like fire for some reason. Disgusting thing.
Artemis is helping with that.
Just kind of point the trident at it. Nothing happens. So I'll lift it up and I go, "Can you make fire?"
I'm a trident, not a pitchfork.
It talks. You're just holding arms left, like. Can you help me kill minotaurs?
Nothing.
Pretty please.
If I do that for you, will you do something for me?
Okay. And I just sat there talking.
We can discuss
Go ahead.
that later.
Discuss it later. Okay.
Crickets.
Lillith?
What?
You
Talking to
just-
an inanimate object.
Yes, Neri's just been talking into the air.
Neri, are you quite alright?
The trident, it talks.
Fascinating.
Right?
Neri,
Yeah.
have you by any chance drinking some more of that Nyx water?
No? I'll be very freaked out by if I had.
I think we
I've
lost
seen it.
Artemis.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
There it is.
No, it's back.
I don't know what happened. I just got kicked out.
Oh no, Discord doing Discord things. Who could have thunk?
Yes.
Yay!
I think it was definitely a Discord thing because Jason said something several times, and the reason why there was crickets was I didn't hear Jason at all.
I didn't hear shit
Me
either.
neither.
I was whispering. It might
Oh,
be in
okay.
that. The weapon also functions as a trident. The Lilith's gone.
Now it's Lilith's turn.
Discord? Could we pick another time to do this?
Yes, Discord. What the fuck?
Hey, we can hear you.
Could hear you when you were not in the chat.
What the fuck?
Discord doing Discord things. Okay, so Neri talking to inanimate objects. Has not been drinking Nick's water. Now
Oh,
Jason's
there-
gone.
there Jason
It's,
Shall we bet on who's next?
Probably me. Because it seems to be cycling through the entire damn call. Oh, it might be Psycole next.
It's a 50-50.
No!
Who will be next?
We lost Jason's camera. Shit.
Who am I now?
actually, on the stream, we're not moving around, so
No, thankfully.
it's because we're not dropping out the call. Just weirdly, our cameras have suddenly.
Oh, there's
Oh,
Psycole.
there we go.
Please stand
the
by
fuck is
as
wrong
we
with
are trying
Discord?
to figure out what the hell the tech goblins have been smoking.
I think they've been having Nick's water.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh no, we lost Psycole as well. Shit.
He back.
Psychole's back.
Hey, Psycho.
Jason is
Where
having
the fuck is Jason?
Jason's having a hard time reconnecting because Discord doing Discord things.
Aw.
Well, now it's just a donut left.
Yep. So Discord just died on me. That was fun. So we shall see what happens next. Don't know why.
There you
He's
go.
back.
Welcome
There you
back.
go. No, I just have to
Oh.
rejoin and hope for the best. Jason, we're still not getting Jason back, which kind of fucking sucks. Because Discord is being dumb. Yeah, my Discord just closed down completely. Don't know why I did that.
Oh, mine
Mine
just
didn't-
went out of the call, and then I was like, please, let me
Yeah,
join.
same.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no.
like-
No,
It just threw me out, but it was still on. So.
Yeah, no, my Discord just closed down.
Oh, that's weird.
But
I just had a black loading screen.
you,
so I
you
then
can,
had
in
to
worst case,
force shut
just do
and
Task
redo it.
Manager.
Yeah, no, it completely
been
closed
in
down
test manager, should
and
be fine.
open again, so it was fine. But Jason's Discord is not starting again, apparently.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks because there was a discussion between Neri. But let's move ahead a little bit so we don't get too stuck, and you can have that discussion. Actually, we can't because Neri is at center of this. Damn it. Elevator music.
Is he in roll 20 now?
Okay.
No, you restarted his PC.
Elevator music is the thing that is happening. We can talk about what's happening this weekend.
Ooh.
Myself and some really cool people are going to be playing in the Obojima setting.
Nice.
Elevator music! Suddenly got very loud. So, 12 p.m. Central European time on Saturday, we are going to be playing a little bit of an adventure in the Obojima setting, which I'm very, very hyped for because I fucking love Studio Ghibli movies. Psycole told me a funny little thing yesterday about that.
Did I?
Yes, specifically about Studio Ghibli.
Well, I have never watched a single Studio Ghibli thing ever.
Yes, that.
Excuse me?
I have never watched a single Studio Ghibli thing ever.
Psycole.
Yes.
if I fucking ever come to visit you, we're gonna see Ghibli movies. Whole night.
Okay, fine. If we must. It's a bit like I haven't.
Yes, we must.
It's a bit like my anime mostly consists of Dragon Ball and Pokemon. That's about it. Like everyone else has watched a lot of anime, and I haven't.
I will buy all the snacks, all the soda, everything that we can just sit down and watch everything.
Okay.
Except one.
We are not. No. Grave of Fireflies is a no.
Yes, exactly. I've seen it 2 times, never again.
No.
Why?
Okay, Psycole, for context, the first spoken line in that movie is a child that says, "I died in 1945.
And that doesn't sound too bad.
And then you get
Sure.
to see the progression up to that point.
I mean, yeah, it is an awful movie,
It's a beautiful movie.
but it's a beautiful one.
It's beautiful, yeah, but it's like so sad because this is also partly a real story from
Yeah.
a child that was
yes.
carrying.
Okay.
Yep.
On Netflix, I have Howl's Moving Castle, My Neighbor
Yes,
Totoro,
my favorite. Yeah, oh,
Kiki's
yeah.
Delivery Service, Spirited
Yes.
Away, The Boy and the
Mhm.
Heroine, Ponyo, Princess Mononoke, Castle in the
Nice.
Sky.
I have
I'm assuming
Haku.
all of these are correct, right?
Yes.
Psycole.
Spirited Away and My Neighbor Totoro are the best. Haku.
Like
It's on my shoulder.
Okay.
Love it.
I think
I
House
mean,
Moving Castle
we-
is my favorite. I just love like the steampunky magical
Yes.
context. I just
I
love that.
love it. Like, I can watch House Moving Castle any day.
I
Oh,
don't know why,
and-
but I don't know why.
And Psycole, every time they make food in Ghibli.
Yes.
Is it a
looks
bit
so
like
good?
is it a bit like how weirdly Monster Hunter looks really good when it comes to the food, and then it's just like that's all most people really want to play because you just it's the restaurant scenes. Okay.
Like in House Moving Castle, there is a sentient fire that eats the scraps.
No, that's kind of cool.
Yes, his
Yes.
name is Calcifer.
I
Jason!
one of
Jason, work with your Discord and get in there already.
Delicious
Tell
in
Discord to
Dungeons.
fuck
Is that
off.
on my Netflix? Let's have a look. Netflix.
I don't know where my Ghibli
Oh,
movies are. I can only find Princess Mononoke, but I have like a ton of them.
Oh, Delicious in Dungeons is in Netflix. Oh,
Yes,
is this the
watch
one that's
it.
got Pan in it?
Yes.
The bread
Mhm.
dude that Rhino's got all over his stream. See, I wondered where that came from. Okay. Note to
We
self.
need to watch. We need to watch a lot of things. Psycole.
I need a Ghibli/anime education. It's fine.
We should have like a day where we just binge all of that together. All of
The
it.
only thing
Everything.
that stopped me from watching Ronja the Robber's Daughter on Netflix is because it wasn't available in Japanese.
Oh yeah.
Oh, do I need to?
Oh yeah, the
do I need
animated
to-
one, yeah.
Do I need to Japanese it with English subtitles?
You don't have to. It's better, but you don't have to. It's just that I watched all the other Studio Ghibli stuff in Japanese, and then I couldn't watch that particular one because Netflix says, no, you're in Sweden. You get Swedish, Finnish, Norwegian, or Danish.
Yeah, I think that's why I also didn't watch it. Because I wanted to watch it in Japanese as well.
But yeah,
Have you watched any Ghibli, Terrace? I've just seen your note on stream.
The Ghibli movies are my favorites.
oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, let's skip ahead a little bit because Jason is having issues with Discord right now because Discord is having issues with everything.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we could just have chill, nice talk about Ghibli for however long it takes before Jason comes along.
I mean, as much as I really enjoy that. But yeah, so the Obojima setting is basically Studio Ghibli. There is... there are vending machines for magic items on the island.
I like vending machines.
And like, you find ruins of cars and trucks and train stations that are like ages ago, but everything else is like thinking 1980s. There are no cell phones, but there are telephones.
The good old days.
Mm-hmm.
You let me look at the book. And one of the ranger spells is summon bicycle.
Yes. Yes, I know. It's beautiful. Yes, there is. We have a Jason.
Oh, while Jason appeared. Dun, 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 dun. Jason!
Oh, he's doing it that way.
I'm on my phone.
Oh.
All right. So before Discord breaks completely, you were talking about whether or not Neri had been drinking weird stuff from the Nyx since his trident is talking to him.
Yeah,
Whoa!
I don't know how to put the camera. Sorry. There you go. Might have to move it around a bit, sorry. Yes. What was I saying? No, I haven't been drinking.
Interesting. But yes, we all decided to have this meeting of yours about your massacre.
They should have tried to get that member.
And we want everyone's opinion on this plan.
So, as much as I don't mind killing Mogi's Minotaurs, what is the actual plan? Is it go in and kill everything and get your mother out, or is it go in, get your mother out, and then kill anyone who stops us, or is it like, do we go in, sneak her out, and hopefully don't have to kill anyone? Or are we killing literally everything that is moving until we find her and save her? What is the plan?
It's probably there we go.
So what is the plan, Mary?
Well, they've kidnapped her. I'm assuming they might have tortured her or something. So, either way, there's Minotaurs going down. But I would prefer to get my mother out of Dodge first, and then you guys can leave, and then I will deal with the Minotaurs.
So, does that mean you'd like me to try and sneak in and find out where she is first? And secure her to make sure that...
I suppose so. Yes.
How does everyone feel about holding their breath for a prolonged period of time?
Prolonged
No.
in
I'm excited.
how long?
Well, I haven't done this in a while, but I once snuck some people into a really cool party by putting them into my bag of holding.
I'm not gonna stop you.
Was it a bagman party?
Well, they weren't. We technically weren't invited, and we needed to relieve some noblemen of some valuables. So we thought it would be a good idea to sneak only one person in rather than 3 or 4 of us try to sneak in. So they went into my bag of holding whilst I climbed in, and then we got them out, and we split up and liberated some valuables. I mean, I think it has to be quick though, because like they were not particularly happy when they came out.
I mean, not everyone can hold their breath for more than a minute or two at most. If even that.
I don't know. So I don't think I'm going to.
I mean,
Well, I mean, I could just whittle them down with arrows from a long distance.
okay. And well, I suppose I could also, like, Neri, if you can make yourself really tiny, you can sneak in with me underneath my cloak.
I could turn into like a little gecko.
Yeah. And then
And
these
then-
3 can make a distraction whilst we try to find your mum.
Yeah, I'll definitely come with you tonight. And if I see her, I'll bite you or something.
I mean,
if you're a gecko and you bite me, will that turn me into like a were-gecko?
I'm a druid, I'm not like.
Okay.
Wacko.
I just thought I'd check, because like it was weird when you turned into that pink thing the other week, and it's just like the other time, and like, okay, I get it.
Well,
No, if I turn into the little pink thing and bite someone, definitely weird stuff happens. They have a special thing in their saliva.
well, I think it's a good idea if we actually scout the place first, because we don't know what's actually waiting for us. It might just be a cottage. It could be a full camp or even a full city with walls. It could be a massive cave system, or it could be an open plain. Maybe we can see her, and like she's literally really easy to free. Or she's really hard to get to, and we need to fight through armies upon armies.
She's up on a plateau, so I don't think that much.
Do you know she's still there? And is she up on top of the plateau or beneath the plateau?
Was it like a small camp plateau? So
From what you know is that it seemed to be a like on this red mesa there was a camp on top of one of the plateaus, and there was a bridge leading to that plateau and bridges leading away from it. But you also know that because it's a mesa, the cliffs are very steep and very high. So there's not really any way of sneaking in unless you're really good at it. or no way to hide. Because the Mesa Plateaus, you have visibility basically in all directions, because there's not a lot of shrublands or anything like that.
Okay, then I'll repeat that to the party.
Yep.
And you want to go in there with a ship where they can see us from every direction?
I mean, depends how high we go, right?
So, one of the ways that we once managed to steal another ship was we pretended that we were dropping off supplies. Did you see how they get their supplies? Or maybe we can do that and then just turn up in Lizzie and pretend to be dropping off supplies.
Is a flying ship normal?
No.
Well, all I was going to say was it worked last time I did it with a ship.
Oh, I'm just gonna hop off because Discord's popped back up.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Catch Neri in a moment. No, you would all know that Lizzie is a very special ship because she's a flying, sentient ship. And there are not that many of them in this world.
No.
It could work. The sheer shock factor of seeing a flying ship coming towards you could buy you enough time to disembark and get going.
I mean, if anything else, they could be the distraction after I sneak in and find your mother.
I mean, that could work. We do have a lot of rock meat left. We can say we're there to supply meat.
Why are you eating rocks?
It's a bird.
Okay.
And she will take out her book that she's been drawing and she will show him the picture of the rock and Victor as Victor is getting smushed. This is a rock.
Is that what happened to Victor?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot I draw him there. I mean, he was fine afterwards. But he left after that. He wasn't dead. He just went with the ferryman anyway.
I killed him with my sandal. I slapped him so hard death appeared and just took him off.
Yes.
One of my other amazing feats, and he kind of nods glumly.
Someone should really be writing these things down because then we can really tell. Then I can tell more of them when I'm out on the coast.
Zari's been writing them all down, right?
Yeah, she has everything we're done basically in this book. Every creature we have
Please tell me
encounter,
there's a drawing of Neri just hitting a doom giant in the face with a landing on top of it.
Have you also written the stories next to them? Okay, so Yanis will appear really closely and just go, I don't recognise this picture, because he can't read. So he's looking at your squiggles as why is there loads of waves in this book? How much time have you spent at sea?
Yanis, what about this? That I read you the stories?
Sounds good to me.
That's a deal. But back to our plan.
Please do. I would also like to hear the stories.
I will be the best storyteller you ever heard.
Nice.
But back to story. No, back to what we were doing, not the story. How about this? We get Lizzie. We get rid of some of the rock meat because we all know we're not going to eat all that meat from the bird that we killed.
Miss
Before it
Marion,
gets
you're
bad.
saying, but that would be wasteful.
And that's why we're bringing them to the Minotaurs. As a distraction. And she points to Yanis. As Yanis finds her mother, also remind me. And she takes out her pen and ink and goes all the way to the back of the book and rips a piece of paper. How does your mother look? Can you describe it into very, very detailed look?
Mary?
He's just kind of blinking, trying to think about how this would feel.
Does she look anything like you?
No. I have pink hair.
I mean the features there.
Oh, the human features. Yeah, I guess so.
Does she have the jaw like you have, or is it a little thinner here? She tries to get all the little details.
I have not even put a description of her in the chat.
No, but we can just
Put a
say,
name.
yes, you give a accurate description. And then for next time, we'll come up with a description of Neri's mom. Because I don't have it
Can I
either.
send you? Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I did,
you
but I
sent
sent
me
you,
it
image.
on Discord, where our DMs on Discord are a mile long.
Yeah, we have a lot.
That's what
I
happens
found
when
them.
DMs talk.
Which one did you say you liked? Was it this one you said you liked?
Yes, that's the one. As if I'm the one who
with the
decided.
little graying a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He describes her, and I will put a picture of her in the Discord.
The thing.
Oh, wait.
That is add-on. Is this? There it is. I have too many Discords.
Oh, I
Tell me
feel
about it.
There we go.
Oh.
And Siri just draws as he explains.
So yeah, she has. Her hair started to grey, but it was very dark. She has blue eyes that match the ocean. She wore a shell around her neck that, now that I think of it, my other mother must have given her.
What kind of shell? Is it like a... You know, a seashell? Is it like a snail shell?
A seashell, kind of like a clam shell, but pretty.
Okay. Does she have like a thin nose, a little bigger nose? Is her eyes close together or are they far apart?
And he gets some water out. And he's going to try and make an ice sculpture of her with shape water perfectly.
Sure thing.
I don't know what that would be.
Just for the hell of it, give me a wisdom or performance check. Because wisdom is your spellcasting ability. It's about getting the shape exactly the way you want it.
Ooh,
Oh.
nice.
So he makes a bust that's about 5 feet.
Yeah.
And it's just like the most perfect ice sculpture ever of his mother.
Yep, definitely. You have absolutely no
Uses
problems.
the decanter to do
Yeah.
it, and he just...
Series speed paints before it starts to melt because we're still close to the freaking mountain.
Yep.
he just keeps He really likes it, and he keeps just waving his hand over, and it keeps refreezing.
Okay, so. And she turns, and it's a very nice picture of your mother. I can give you this afterwards, after Yanis has found her, okay?
Am I not going with Yanis?
Can you turn invisible?
I could turn into a tiny gecko and hide in his pocket.
I mean, that works.
Okay.
But. And she will give Yanis the picture anyway, just in case.
He will fold it up and put it inside his outfit.
Artemis, how good are you at lying?
Not really.
Then, and she will take out a little bit of her gold pouch and give Artemis 10 gold in a small pouch. Then you will basically say you're my bodyguard, and that won't be a lie because I'm paying you. Okay?
I'm not your bodyguard.
You are. She's just paid you to be her bodyguard tomorrow.
And she will hand Artemis the money. So tomorrow, I'll paying you to be my bodyguard. And if people ask you're my bodyguard, and that won't be a lie because I have paid you.
I mean, that is true. Okay, so I'm your bodyguard.
Yes. Leo, you will look like the muscles of the party. You will help carry.
Yeah, obviously. Just flexes. I can imagine him flexing. Just, yeah, I can be the muscles. I can. Just-
So
Is he
I need
okay?
to. Yes, he's just trying to look. And she does a little.
Winks at you.
I mean, me and Leo can take the first watch tonight. But yes. But you wanted me to send a message to Lizzie.
Yes, ask her if she'd come here for the morning.
Yes, was it anyone else that was kind of message?
Fraxis, so he doesn't destroy Lizzie.
Noted. And she will do a sending to Lizzie.
Miss Siri!
Lizzie, my dear, my beautiful, gorgeous ship. Can you come and she will figure out where she is at the map, because Lizzie is good at finding shit as well. And she will give her the exact coordinates of where they are.
Of course I can make it there, Miss Siri. And I'm glad that you sent for me. I have been so frightfully bored. People are not very exciting.
Did you get fixed properly, dear?
Yes.
Fantastic. See you tomorrow.
I'll do my best.
And Ben sending to Traxis like, Traxis, I am so forbiddingly sorry about this, to call you after you so generously let us stay so long. There is gonna be a flying ship on your territory tomorrow, but it's only so we can leave. Thank you again for hosting. Your dear Ciridelia.
As long as the flying ship does not require assistance, it is fine.
And she will turn to Neri and be like, Liz is coming. She is frightfully bored and she is fixed perfectly.
Awesome.
Traxis is not impressed by a flying ship and hope it doesn't need assistance. Not impressed. I am quite shocked.
He's a very proud
I bet-
creature.
I bet he'll be flying vaguely close to have a look at her. I bet
I'll-
that he's observing her with his little claws cracking together as he figures out how to make one.
I'll bet he's curious, yes. But yes, we have a lot to do tomorrow. Let's all get some rest now. Chop chop off the bed. Except you, Leo.
Oh, I'm gonna keep a watch on things, all right.
All right.
And
Anyone?
she will start off like sitting next to poor Yanis and Artemis, basically like reading them a bedtime story with her book of that just to make sure they're asleep. And there we hear some as well if he wants to.
He just kind of leans against Leah. The beast. Dad's favorite child, and then you've got mother's favorite child.
Yanis will pass around his tankard of plenty and make sure everyone gets a good draught of ale.
All right.
Artemis will drink it suspiciously, but has it back quickly because it's not really her thing. This tastes awful. Why do you drink it?
Because it's good at making you forget things.
Why do you
Like,
forget
Or
things?
making things more fun.
Exactly, Siri. I forgot that you like a good drink.
I have
Is that because you
outdreamed
drank too
so
much and you
many
forgot?
men.
I'm sorry, Artemis, what was that?
Is that why you forgot? Because you drank so much?
I mean, maybe? I forget.
Good lad, and she'll like give him like a little chug on the shoulder.
We just got Leo staring at him like, oh, he must drink all the time.
All right. Who's let's quickly do a just do a quick watch for tonight. Whoever is doing watches, you can either combine them together and roll with advantage, or each separately roll for your watch.
I no longer have Leo's sheet, so you'll have to roll for him.
You
I'll
should
just give
have.
advantage to Siri.
All right.
Yeah, but everyone is gonna have like some watches.
But
Yeah.
you'll have advantage because you'll be helped by Leo.
I mean, if you want to optimize it, you can give it to Artemis, who has the highest
Yeah,
perception of
let's
you.
just give it to Artemis.
No, just give it to Artemis then. I'm
Alright.
just gonna have advantage.
We'll never be surprised. Never.
Yep, we're good.
29.
I mean, you can't be surprised because, you know, Artemis and Wave.
Oh yeah, wave prevents you from being surprised. Yeah, and Leo can't. Be surprised.
And Leo.
Yeah. So with a 29, the night is kind of chilly. Not too bad because volcano, but it is autumn and it's starting to like come towards early to mid autumn, and you're in the mountains, so it's starting to get a little bit chilly. During the night, a couple of times you hear the beating of heavy wings, but mostly it's just the movement of tiny critters, birds, and from time to time a rock slide along the mountainside. And Yanis, as you are drifting off to sleep, in your mind you hear soft voice just, for what it's worth, I thought it was very funny. I wish you would have continued into that lair. You would have been fine.
Maybe next time, he mentally says.
And yeah.
When Artemis is taking her watch,
Yes.
I assume it's after Siri and Leo.
It
So,
would be. Because all of you will need to at least 2 hours. Or in order for you to not prolong the rest too long, you can only sit for 2 hours at a time, because none of you are elves.
So, does she notice any signs or remains of any mating having proceeded after the night?
That is not for me to decide. But you are in a cave.
We could have gone out.
Yeah. I mean, there might be some walk of shame happening on the way back in, but you are
Yeah, but they
basically...
won't realize that.
But you are in a shelter, like a small cave opening. So that is entirely up to you guys.
If she's not up and walking outside, she won't found shit.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So
Does she want to question anything?
as the morning dawns, cold and a little bit damp with the morning dew, you do see on the horizon, moving faster than you have ever seen her do, a large ship. Sails at full mast, bulging with a wind that seems to go against what is currently blowing down the mountain's side. First, it's a tiny little pinprick on the horizon, and then moving faster and faster until softly slowing down right next to roughly where you're at. You see that she stops about 100 feet short of where you're at, because even though you can describe it on a map, maps are not 100% accurate. But noticing where you're at, because Lizzie doesn't have eyes, she's going to gently maneuver closer to your campsite and start setting down so you can get on the ship.
Boys, our ride is here.
Yanis Morris immediately runs onto the ship and hugs Lizzie's mast. It's like, it's so nice to see you again, Lizzie.
Ah, Master Yanis, it's been a while.
Yes, it has. How have you been? How have they been treating you?
Aside from an encounter with rocks and a pair of undead twins, I have been fantastic.
You can tell that she have been very polished and fixed. New
Yeah.
mast, new she's like as new. They paid for it. So.
Well, you look prettier than ever.
Ah, thank you so much, Master Yanis. I do hope that you will be staying around for a while this time.
I hope so too. Although I appear to have been volunteered to sneak into the camp with Neri to find his mother.
Right.
There's no idea.
Or Lizzie has no idea what's going on.
Right.
Oh, right. We're flying towards a camp of angry minotaurs, Lizzie. You may need a new
Don't worry. Don't worry about it, Lizzie. We're gonna handle this so nicely. Nothing is gonna happen to you.
Need I remind you that that is what you said about flying through the mountains, and I was attacked by rocks.
I did not say it.
That
Victor
is-
did.
Yeah.
That is entirely fair, and I shall do my best in bringing you as close to these angry minotaurs as possible, provided I will not be pelted by sharp objects or fire. If I see anyone with a flaming catapult, I shall be turning around and, as the sailors would say down at the docks, get my behind the hell out of there.
And that is totally fair, Lizzie. I will truly make sure that you are safe. You are, and she will like lay on the side of the ship like this, being like, you are truly one kind.
That is not a
But
lie.
you're not. You're not allowed to leave until my mother is on you.
As long as there's no fire set to my hull, I shall help safeguard your mother.
And that is why it's totally up to you, Neri, to make sure that no one sees you bring your mother there. So my question is, how are you gonna bring your mother safely through an angry camp of minotaurs without
Well-
being seen?
I could prep a spell for tomorrow and cast polymorph on her and turn her into a small creature as well.
There, we have a plan.
And if we need a distraction, are you coming in to help?
Yes.
Cool.
And if the minotaurs end up fighting, I will try. I will use my new spell on them.
We'll destroy
Or,
them.
or believe it or not, some minotaurs find my kind interesting because we have horns.
And I think on that note, we'll be wrapping the session.